It's Wednesday, September 17th.
Mr. President, it's going to be an historic day. That'll be great.
U.S. President Donald Trump can expect pomp, pageantry, and protests on the first full day of his UK state visit.
This is nothing like business as usual. There's nothing business as usual in the world economy.
We now have a date for when the federal budget will be tabled. It's about a month later than expected.
Can you find anywhere to land?
I'm landing at a soccer field. There are people though.
Tense moments. New details this morning on how this pilot crash landed next to a busy soccer field in Toronto, avoiding any injuries.
Who knows what Moosehead will be selling beer in 50 years from now, but it'll all be the great beer that we brew.
Customers' tastes change, and Moosehead is changing with them as the brewery says goodbye to bottled beer. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Good morning, Canada. Welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
I'm Kelsey McEwen. Thanks for starting your day off with us.
Yes, on this Wednesday morning, let's jump into news because U.S. President Donald Trump will meet with King Charles later this morning on the first full day of his UK state visit. So President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump are expected to arrive here. Looks a little foggy at Windsor Castle. They're going to be there in about an hour from now. This is a live look, by the way. They will be greeted by King Charles and Queen Camilla. There will be lots happening. There'll be carriage processions, a flyover. There's a state dinner tonight. Events will be happening away from the public because of security and, of course, mixed reaction to his visit in the country.
This is the second state visit. You know, it's spectacular.
This man is endangering human life on this planet. He's got to be told that.
Police have arrested 4 people after photos of President Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were projected, you see that, on the walls of Windsor Castle. Security is being ramped up in anticipation of mass protests today. We now have a date for when the federal budget will be tabled, and it is later than anticipated.
We're going to have to make tough choices. We're going to be asking from Canadians to work together with us because they understand this is a transformational moment. This is nothing like business as usual. There's nothing business as usual in the world economy.
The government had initially signaled that it would be introduced in October, but the Liberals have now set the date for November the 4th. This will be Mark Carney's first federal budget as Prime Minister. He has said the deficit will be larger than last year because of new spending, tax cut commitments, and, of course, the tariffs.
Mark Carney needs to keep his promise and reverse the massive spending increases that he has brought in that have caused the deficit to double without even introducing the budget.
The Liberals will need the support of at least one other party in the minority parliament to pass this budget. Chrystia Freeland has stepped down as Transport and Internal Trade Minister to take on the job as Special Envoy to Ukraine.
The work that Chrystia will lead on Ukraine will be deeply impactful, not just for the war, but for Canada's national security.
A source tells CTV News Chrystia Freeland will work with Ukrainian leaders to rebuild the country's economy. The last time Freeland resigned from cabinet, it marked a split with former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. This time, she's leaving on much better terms, saying she made the decision with, quote, tremendous gratitude and a little sadness. Freeland's cabinet roles are now being split between Canada-U.S. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc and House Leader Stephen McKinnon. In other news today, a Montreal mother who abandoned her child on the side of the road. She will stay under psychiatric care in the hospital, but she could eventually be allowed outings.
I think it's fair to give hope to an accused, even if she done something really impossible.
In the ruling, the judge said the woman still poses a risk to herself and the public, even though her mental health is getting better. The mother was found not criminally responsible for leaving her 3-year-old daughter on the side of a highway in Ontario. The young girl was found safe 3 days later. As for whether the mom will be able to see her daughter again, that will be up to Quebec's Youth Protection Service. Students at Dalhousie University say although they're relieved a tentative deal has been reached, there are still major concerns.
What the syllabuses are going to look like, if it's going to be condensed, what reading break looks like. So there's a lot of concerns about what the workload will look like for the semester.
Here's the plan. Union workers, members I should say, will return to work tomorrow and suspended classes will start on Tuesday. Students, though, demanding tuition refunds for the weeks that they missed, saying they will be under more stress with less time to do assignments. The tuition fee deadline date and last day to add or drop classes has now been moved to October the 7th, but there's no word on whether any other changes will be made to the fall break or December exam schedule. The tentative agreement still needs to be ratified. More details on the deal are expected today. We have more now on that dramatic plane crash in Toronto's East End, including new audio from the pilot. Take a listen.
City Center. I think I might have an engine failure.
X-ray Golf Charlie, can you make it to the airport?
Negative.
Okay, can you find anywhere to land?
I'm landing at a soccer field. There are people though.
Okay, can you just maybe find a gap with no people?
Wow, yeah, so there's the plane. Crashed near the soccer field. This was near Monarch Park Collegiate. Remarkably, nobody was hurt on the field or in the plane. Flight experts say, given the situation, the pilot did everything right, noting that when an engine fails, the plane, it's just basically in gliding mode. The plane was traveling from Aurelia to Billy Bishop Airport. It was rented through what's called Flight Club. It's a company that connects owners and pilots who want to fly. The Transportation Safety Board is investigating. Moosehead beer bottles could soon become collector's items.
We're very proud of our past, but we're always focused on our future and focused on what we need to do next to keep earning the trust and the support of beer drinkers.
Clink, clink. Moosehead, you won't be hearing that much more. Moosehead is planning to stop selling beer out of bottles by the end of the year. The brewery says most customers prefer to buy cans, saying only 7% of beer in Canada is sold in bottles. That's interesting, right? 7%. Moving forward, Moosehead will focus on cans and kegs. The final bottles will roll out in December and stay on shelves until, well, they run out. The Toronto Maple Leafs hit the Lynx in Milton, Ontario.
I think it's a great charity in that all kids need sports, and it's the hardest and probably most expensive things for all kids and parents to do is to get them in the extracurricular activities.
It's a great foundation, and just bringing everyone together to support it is great to be a part of.
The annual Leafs and Legends Golf Charity Classic brings together more than 250 people, including current players, alumni, supporters, raising funds for the MLSE Foundation. The goal, obviously, to create opportunity and access to the game for youth in the community, helping them reach their goals on and off the ice. The Montreal, by the way, oh, look at that, that's fun.
It's like makeup.
That's fun. It is. The Montreal Canadiens, by the way, also held their annual golf tournament in Laval. Habs players were asked about the upcoming season. They say the team is aiming for improvement without saying exactly how far they think they can go.